I have used a few mice that have been really good, and I've been using a Chinese 3395 sensor mouse as my main for a bit of time now. But I wanted something more, something lighter, something better. In comes this, the WLmouse BeastX. This is a magnesium alloy gaming mouse. There have been a few on the market from companies like Razer and Ponage, and even some other Chinese brands, but the BeastX is the cheapest full-price mouse I think on the market right now, and a lot of people thought that this mouse was a scam or that it was fake, but I can definitely say that this is a very real and very good mouse. The specs are what you would expect on a mouse that costs 150 USD from China. It uses the PixArt PAW3395 sensor, which is the go-to sensor for high-end gaming mice right now. It goes up to 26,000 DPI and is 650 IPS. It also uses the 52840 Nordic MCU and supports 4K Hertz polling rate. My unit weighs 41 grams on my scale with the small glass skates on, so pretty much exactly as advertised by WLmouse. These are the dimensions of the mouse if you're curious. My hands are 89mm by 178mm, and this mouse fits my hand perfectly. I switch between claw and fingertip in game a lot, and this mouse is very comfortable to use. I think it fits my fingertip grip better than my claw grip because it is a little bit front heavy, but I don't notice any hindrance when using either grips in game. Now, the build quality of this mouse is exceptional. I have no QC issues at all with my copy. The clicks are very nice, very light, very crispy, with little to no post or pre-travel. The side buttons as well have no post or pre-travel at all, and I've seen some people who have said that their side buttons have gotten loose or have developed some side wobble over time. I haven't had that issue on my unit. They are still very stiff, very nice, and very crisp. I did most of my gameplay testing on 2K Hertz polling because I really can't tell a difference between 2K Hertz and 4K Hertz, and the battery on 2K lasts about twice as long as 4K, so I decided to use 2K Hertz. The clicks are pretty light, at least compared to the other mice that I have tested, so these clicks are very easy to spam and very fast feeling. I don't really play any games that require a ton of spamming, so it wasn't really that big of a deal for me, but the very little travel distance makes this mouse feel very responsive in game, and I don't have any noticeable input lag from when clicking the mouse to actually seeing the action on game. There is one problem I have with this mouse, and it's not anything major, but it's something to be noted. The scroll wheel. The scroll wheel itself isn't bad, and there is nothing wrong with the construction of it. Mine is pretty much perfectly centered, and the click is very nice and crisp. My only issue with this wheel is it's a little bit stiff, especially right out of the box. Now moving on to the fit and finish of the mouse, and it's pretty stinking good. The paint job is pristine, and I have had no inconsistencies with the finish at all. It is this kind of matte feeling finish. It does not attract fingerprints, and it is pretty grippy to hold. The lines between the panels of the clicks are all pretty much perfect, and the body is strong, has no flex at all. There is no inconsistencies when it comes to gaps in the panels. I have pressed as hard as I can on the body of this mouse, and I've not been able to bend the metal pretty much at all. The only thing that moves is the bottom plastic on the bottom of the mouse, but that is to be expected, and no one presses on the bottom when gaming anyways, so that really isn't a big factor. I've also heard people talk about the holes in the shell not being as smooth as they would like, and being a little bit sharp, but for my unit that's not really an issue. If I put my finger inside the hole and actively try to find a sharp part, I can, but it won't cut me, definitely not, and I don't feel any sharpness when I am gaming. Now the slits in the side of the mouse don't bother me when gaming at all. They actually seem to help with the grip of the mouse. When I'm playing a game and I go for a flick, and I go to pick up the mouse to bring it back to its original spot on the mouse pad, the slits in the side of the panels actually make it easier for me to pick up the mouse and maneuver it on my mouse pad. The skates that it comes with aren't the best in the world, but the glass skates are definitely better than the PTFE ones, so I've been using them with my Odin Infinity V2 pad, and it's been perfectly fine. One of my biggest gripes with this mouse isn't actually the mouse itself, it's the dongle, and this dongle has been very divisive on the internet recently. I just personally don't understand why it needs to be so big. The screen on it is a really cool feature and it's unique, makes it stand out, but the USB-C jack being on the top of the mouse is definitely an interesting choice, and again, it is just so big. I personally would like a smaller designed dongle. The utility software also isn't really anything to write home about. I wish it was a web-based software like WLmouse has been using or Wooting has been doing for a long time, but it's not. It gets the job done, and I've only been on the software twice. Once to set the DPI setting because there is no actual DPI button on the mouse itself, and another time to set the polling rate back down to 2K instead of 4K. I really don't know what else to say besides that this is a fantastic mouse, and it is the best bang for the buck when it comes to high-end expensive magnesium alloy gaming mice. And with all the WLmouse drama and having no other company really having a mouse that is in the same price as this mouse with the feature set of this one, I think that this is a really solid option for you to pick up. And I'll be using this as my main mouse for the foreseeable future. I mean, this mouse just looks so good, comes in a ton of fantastic colors, and offers features that anybody would want in their top tier gaming mice. This mouse in the red color is just beautiful looking. This mouse doesn't need to have all the flashy stuff like RGB and 20 different programmable buttons to make this an outstanding mouse. This is the mouse for someone who is serious about having the best performance in-game without having to worry about anything, without having to worry about reliability at all. More fast-paced games like Battle Royale games are great for a light and fast mouse like this. I can say that Fortnite felt super responsive and is really nice to use with this mouse. Fortnite does feel a little bit different now, but that's because Epic changed the in-game movement in Fortnite and everyone is going crazy about that, but that's a topic for a different time. I probably wouldn't recommend this mouse to a casual gamer though. I know many people who like playing casual games and prefer mice that are more comfortable in the hand for longer periods of time. Think more ergonomic mice. This mouse can be a little straining to hold for long periods of time without constant movement. So if you plan on just playing Lethal Company with your buddies, then this is probably not the mouse for you. But it is very convenient to have such a lightweight mouse when you're trying to run away from a massive spider that's trying to kill you. What the heck? Oh! So, I guess all I have left to say is that if you have $150 and you want to buy the best, fastest, lightest, and most durable mouse, this is definitely an amazing option that I would recommend considering. Plus, I heard that you can get custom ones on their website if you email them or something. I would definitely recommend the BeastX to anyone in the market for a mouse like this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any recommendations for other mice or products you want me to check out on this channel, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, consider please subscribing and leaving a like. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.